Okay, well, thank you for coming out on this wonderfully warm night. Hope all of our cars start when we leave. Can we start with a roll call, please?
Mr. DiDonato? Mrs. Eakin-Chebley?
Here.
Mrs. Geist?
Here.
Mr. Harkins?
Here.
Miss Moore?
Here.
Mr. Obert is absent.
Gallus is celebrating a Christmas gift with his family this evening. He apologizes for not being able to make it.
Mr. Witherspoon?
Here.
Vice President Kelly?
Here.
President Morgan?
Here. And can we all stand for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence? We had a few deaths in our family, including Miss Davis, the founder of the African American Society down there. There'll be more information following, and all of our first responders. Thank you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Everybody's favorite part of the meeting, Mr. Nitty's reflections, and you do see him gloating that the Eagles lost. But that's all right.
I do not have to worry about using a snow day for the Eagles Super Bowl parade this year. Sadly, I was crushed, devastated, disappointed. But as they say, there's always next year. Good evening and welcome to the January meeting of the Bristol Township School Board of Directors. I hope that everyone had a wonderful holiday season and their 2026 is off to a great start. We are going to begin with some words of thanks and appreciation. January is once again designated School Board of Director Recognition Month to honor school board directors and their dedication to public education, raise public awareness of the roles and responsibilities of local boards of education, and to thank our community's school board members for their considerable efforts. These 9 members of the Bristol Township School Board make complex decisions to guide public schools and provide an educational environment where every student can find a path to success. In doing so, they sacrifice a tremendous amount of time away from their families, Sixers games, Eagles games, friends, and put forth a great deal of work and effort as part of their incredibly valuable public service. Today is the day to thank and celebrate our school board members, and also a formal welcome to Mr. Witherspoon and Mr. DiDonato on their first official meeting as members of the School Board of Directors. So please accept these certificates of appreciation, suitable for framing or putting on the refrigerator, that are being presented to you by me and Assistant Superintendent Dr. Polzer, and thank you so much for all that you do for our school community. So just give me a quick second to distribute. Mr. James P. Morgan.
Thank you.
Miss Constance Moore.
Donna Kelly.
Amanda Geist.
Drew DiDonato.
Crystal Eakin-Chebley.
Christopher Harkins. And Tim Witherspoon. Nice round of applause. Guys, please show Keeping with this theme of gratitude and appreciation, we had a couple recent examples that demonstrate the outstanding staff we have here and how much they care about our community. As we navigated a tragedy at a local nursing home, we were asked by local and county officials to make Truman High School available as an operations center. And I have to give a shout out to so many of our school community members and staff members who rushed over there to get it ready and to make it happen. That includes our operation manager, Mr. Cox, who we will hear from shortly, security coordinator Luke Miller, who I'm sure is enjoying the Pennsbury Truman basketball game right now, district health coordinator Regina Jones and her nursing staff, the entire Truman High School administrative team, and even board president Mr. Morgan, who stepped up to help out in this time of need. We received many compliments and accolades about the professionalism and willingness of our team during this emergency from so many of those who were involved. So just tremendously impressive. We're all very appreciative.
Real quick, Michael, I want to follow up. I didn't know where to jump in. We got a phone call at 3 o'clock. I got to the gym at 3:20. I met Michael right there at the door, right, Mike? Mike had beds, cots already rolling. Shakira, our food and beverage woman, was already on the roll bringing out coffee and water and had food ready for the first responders. And at first we thought we were getting casualties coming our way. Miss Tracy Williams got 2 buses over to the incident immediately. Regina, the nurses, Donna, were there immediately. Within 40 minutes, we had, Michael, 100 beds set up? 100 beds. We had a first aid station with food, water, coffee, ready for everybody. 7, 8 nurses, administrative staff was there. We had our stuff together. Unlike I was in contact with the county and local officials who were too busy arguing who was in charge. But very proud moment of our school district. It showed to me that this district's ready for anything you throw us. In the community, within an hour, we had one family drop off 20 pizzas. Another family showed up with donuts and coffee, hoagies. It was really, right before the holidays, something very special to see. So I want to thank our staff that they just kept coming in the door, helping out. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? It was fantastic to be in. Miss Regina right here was all part of it. So I want to thank everybody in the staff. Just thank you. In the community, if you're listening, thank you. And unfortunately, we did, one of our students lost their mother in that incident. So keep that family in our prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, President Morgan. Keeping with that theme, in case you didn't see it, in the back, there's a media release detailing how our Franklin facility staff went above and beyond to help a family and child in need. As I say in that article, admittedly, in over 2 decades as a district administrator in a number of different districts, I have worked in places where that custodial crew would have simply said, sorry, building is closed for the night, take care, and that would have been an end to it. For the Franklin crew to go so far above and beyond for a family in need is a testament to the high quality of people we have working here and how much they care about the community. So that's also another nice segue to our presentation and update from the Armstrong Middle School. I believe we have Principal Dayton here, Brad Polakowski, April Fox, and Gina Sabatini-Gilbert. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here and all that you do. So,
a little different presentation this year. I got more adults than students. Right now, I'd like to introduce 2 special things that are going on at Armstrong. The first one is Mr. Brad Polakowski. He'll introduce the second one.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brad Polakowski. I am the Student Success Advocate / Dean of Students at Armstrong. And when I was first hired into this role at the beginning of the school year, I was given one simple directive: fix attendance. And that's exactly what we set out to do. But first, we need to find our why. So, did you know that frequent absences can be a sign that a student's losing interest in school, dealing with a bully, or facing a difficulty? By 6th grade, chronic absence or missing more than 10% at school is one of 3 signs that a student might drop out of high school. And by 9th grade, attendance is a better predictor of graduation rates than 8th grade tests alone. The simple truth is, attendance matters. So showing up for school has a huge impact on our students' social and academic development, while in school and far beyond. And our community families play a pivotal role in ensuring that happens. Family engagement has been a key part of our solution. Every active communication with our students and their family is an opportunity to build a bridge that connects them with a resource that was missing, helps them solve a problem, or helps remove an invisible barrier that previously stood in the way of their success. To date, we have crafted 79 student attendance improvement plans, called and emailed hundreds of families, and connected our students with a multitude of resources they needed to be successful. And spoiler alert, the things we're doing, they're working. I'll share the results in a minute. Student recognition is another key component of our solution. Broadcast every day on Armstrong News Network, we spin the wheel of names, and we select 10 random students who achieved perfect attendance the previous month to win an awesome prize pack. Prizes include free meals from our local community business partners, fun supplies, a few treats, and an original 3D printed bag tag award designed, printed by our own 7th grade students in Armstrong. Building genuine relationships ties our core solutions together. Improved family engagement coupled with student recognition have led us to some astonishing results. After only 84 school days, our Armstrong students have had 640 fewer absences compared to the exact same time period last year. That translates to 4,320 additional hours of direct instruction, and that's nothing short of amazing. I'm inspired to work with such an awesome, dedicated team of professionals who genuinely care about the success of every student. As we like to say, Armstrong rocks. Now to continue talking about the great things that we're doing, I present April Fox.
Hi. Well, thank you. So my name is April Fox. I run the esports program over at Armstrong Middle School. And for those of you guys who don't know, esports is like competitive video gaming. So just a little bit about me, and unfortunately my coach, John Matthews, wasn't able to be here, but I teach 7th and 8th grade over at Armstrong Middle School. I'm one of the Verizon Innovative Learning Educators, and I'm also, this year I also became a senior lab mentor, which means that I mentor teachers around the country that are opening up their own technology labs, and I do PDs and things like that for teachers around the country. John Matthews, like I said, he's not able to be here, but he's also a teacher over at Armstrong, and he does the things with me. I like to think of myself as like the team mom. I'm the one that schedules everything, crosses all the T's, dots all the I's. I like bring in the orange slices and things like that, whereas he's the one that really gets into the nitty-gritty of it. I also take all of the pictures that you'll see in the slideshow, which is why I'm not in any of the pictures. So that's kind of our two roles that we do with the esports. So we started esports because it is one of the fastest growing school programs right now that's out there. There's a ton of organized leagues that you can get into and competitive seasons that run all year. Our next season actually starts, our first game is going to be February 2nd, and our first esports practice is going to be this Thursday. It's really good for high student engagement. Right now I have kids still coming up to me and they're like, oh, can I join the esports team? Can I join the esports team? And there's a waiting list for them to get on it. Through esports, we build the 21st century skills like teamwork, communication, things like that. Like I always say that kids are going to play video games anyway, so you might as well get them into an environment that's safe, that we can teach all of these skills to them. Also, it's inclusive and accessible. I have kids on my esports team that are Tiger Techs and in the gifted program sitting next to somebody that has an IEP and has emotional support needs. So it's nice to see all of them working together as a team. Also with it, just so you guys know, the esports team or the esports game that we play is 3 versus 3. So it's not like 1 versus 1. So we really do push that teamwork, that communication, things like that. And also academic and career pathways. One of the things, just personal, my son, who's a Truman graduate, went to college, and when he was in college as a mom, I'm like, you need to get involved, you need to get involved, you need to get involved. So he decided to join the esports team at Alvernia University. He joined, he had fun, he made the team, and then when the second semester came around, he was awarded a $3,000 scholarship, which I had no idea that that was even a thing. So like hearing that and knowing that there's a whole nother field of scholarships that are out there for our kids, I thought was really good. So let me tell you a little bit about our team itself. We call ourselves the Rocketeers. We started about a year ago in January 2025. We play a game called Rocket League that's kind of like soccer with cars, is what it is. We play it on high-performance PCs in our Verizon Innovative Learning Lab. We have 2 seasons, the fall and the spring, and then we have 2 different levels. Like, one is a club that's very informal. The kids can just come and go whenever they want. It's not anything. We still play other middle schools across the country, but it's not really for standings or anything like that. For the real competitive kids, that's where they get into varsity teams, where we really have to follow the rules, and you have to be at every single game, and they're really into it. So right now, we have 14 kids that are on the team. And then also, I just wanted to bring in, since I do the Verizon Innovative Learning and the STEM stuff, we bring a lot of that stuff into it. As I said, I'm the team mom, so I made everybody T-shirts on the cricket and things like that. And if you look at our logo, the kids helped design it, and if you look at the cars, it looks almost like a video game controller. So when we came up with the design, we really use entrepreneurship skills and like logo design and things like that to come up with our things. So there's a lot of overlap, I guess, of the curriculum with STEM and the esports program. But one of the things that was really, really exciting is in October of this year, we had a video production team come down from New York City and follow us around for the day, and then stay after school with us and kind of record what it was like to be on the esports program. So I've talked a lot. Brad has talked a lot, so I'm going to let the video kind of show you what we're all about and what our team is like. Our esports program is almost like a club. When we first started, I didn't know a whole lot about esports. I was a noob, as they say in the gamer world. Without the Verizon Innovative Learning Esports League, I wouldn't have even known where to begin.
You get to grow friendships with people you wouldn't usually hang out with. Being a part of the team makes you feel like you have a community.
Some days we'll focus on our skills, sometimes we'll focus on our communication, and then other days it's really competitive.
I would call Rocket League the most fun you could ever have playing car soccer. What I learned in collegiate baseball was teamwork. We use this every day in our league. The students are showing that they can excel as a team and lose as a team and still have a positive morale.
I'm very competitive, so I'm like, I have to win, I have to do this.
Being part of the esports team does get the kids more involved and excited about technology. Verizon Innovative Learning gave me the support to set it up, the tournaments, how to run an esports team, and hooked us up with other middle schools around the country.
I've seen my students that may not play on any other team outside school. They go to these esports teams and they are able to communicate better in the classroom.
When I'm deep into an esports game, my hands are sweaty, my heart's pounding, it's intense.
To get them into school and in an environment where we can increase their confidence and get them really to connect to each other, I think is the best benefit of having an esports program. And it really is something that I think every school should have. So that was it. It was a pretty cool experience. It was very nerve-wracking having everything in your face, but it was really, really cool. So the future, I just hope to continue to grow and expand the program, making sure everybody is involved and invested in it. Continue to develop that teamwork and communication skills with middle schoolers, because I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes that can be lacking with the middle schoolers. Continue to include a safe, inclusive gaming environment where all kids are welcome, no matter their background or needs. And then, again, pathways to future success, like having this STEM stuff open and available for them so that they can see the future in it, because it's huge. I think I took $25 million in scholarships were awarded last year for esports. The average esports player receives about $5,200 for college scholarships. So there's a whole nother box of it. So as I finish up, I just want to say thank you. Mr. Dayton and Ms. Sabatini, you guys have been fantastic. You guys rock. Like, whenever I need anything, whenever we need anything, go to them. They're like, let's make this work. How can you do this? Bernadette Hanna, she's the one that kind of planted the seed and kept saying, what about that esports? What about that esports, April? And asking me about it. The IT department, thank you guys for everything. I have emailed them numerous times because something wasn't working in the lab, and they got back to me immediately, so thank you for putting up with all of that stuff. Yeah, and the new computers that we have are amazing and allows us to be a lot more competitive than we were. And I also want to thank all of our staff and everybody up here that's sitting up here. And in appreciation for School Board Appreciation Month, we do have a little thing that we made in our Verizon Innovative Learning Lab for you guys as a way of saying thank you for everything and all the support that you've given us over the years. Yeah? All right, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Paul Kasky also does our afternoon announcements. All of a sudden, the kids thought he was AI.
Thank you very much. Ed, April, Gina, Brad, please share with your staff how much we appreciate their efforts. Best wishes for an outstanding remainder of this school year, and thank you for being here tonight. The final part of my presentation this evening, anyone who went to any of our holiday shows know that we have some very talented student performer artists throughout the Bristol Township School District. Now, to acknowledge and honor our January Student Artists of the Month, please welcome Foundation of the Arts, Create, Lori Gallagher. Ms. Gallagher.
That's okay. I'm not going anywhere.
Thank you.
I feel bad because I don't have prizes for all of you. I just have for our students, but that's who deserves them. That's right. For this part, absolutely. We do have, this month, we are honoring 3 of our elementary students. 2 of them are in attendance tonight. I'm going to start with the one that I know is not in attendance tonight, and he happens to be at the school that I'm at Keystone, so you gentlemen can come and visit whenever, and we'll have all of that. We'll start off with our visual artist of the month, and that is Michael Frazier, a 4th grader at Keystone Elementary. Mr. Coleman writes that Michael has attended Keystone since kindergarten. He's now in 4th grade. He's always been conscientious of his effort and puts great care into everything he does, which allows him to create his best artwork. He's been a regular participant in the annual district art show, often having more than one work of art on display, which is pretty impressive from kindergarten on. And he has continued that trend this year. He's already had work that's been selected for the art show, so we'll all have to wait to see that. In addition to his scholastic achievement, Michael displays outstanding character traits for his other students to follow. He's kind to others, he's helpful, responsible, and respectful, as is the goal for all of our students at Keystone. So I will be sure to congratulate Michael on his award tomorrow. For our instrumental student of the month, I'm going to welcome up John Groh. John, come on up. John is an instrumental music student at Mill Creek Elementary. He's a 5th grader who is an extraordinary musician. He's been nominated to participate in the PMEA District 11 Band Festival. He not only plays the alto sax amazingly, that's Mr. Kramer's words, not mine, but he was asked to play baritone sax for the winter concert, where he did an incredible job on the very large saxophone. He performed a solo, A Holly Jolly Christmas, at the winter concert and wowed all in attendance. Congratulations to John for his hard work and receiving the award. Mr. Kramer did add that that was the easiest decision he had to make this year, was in giving your name. So this is your award and your certificate. And you're just going to go right over there and get your picture taken. You can bring your whole family over, and you've got some pictures. You can be in the pictures. They put it up on the website. Join in. Our last musician of the month is our vocal musician, and this is Louis Lopez, and Louis is from Brookwood Elementary. Come on up, Louis. Louis's music teacher, Miss Mott, writes, "The student that I have chosen for Brookwood Vocal is Louis Lopez. In a chorus of over 100 students, Louis truly stands out. Not only does he have a beautiful singing voice, but he's also a model student who consistently demonstrates positive behavior and attitude. He consistently follows Brookwood Roar's guidelines, both in the classroom and out. He was featured in our winter concert performing Last Christmas, a role he fulfilled with both humility and responsibility. Louis is a pleasure to have in chorus, and he is very deserving of this honor." And as always, congratulations to the recipients, and thank you to the board for putting them up on the website and giving them the recognition they deserve. So thank you.
You all got your awards for the night. You do not have to stick around for the rest of the meeting. Even though Michael really wants you to, but have a good evening. Stay warm now.
Appreciate it. Thank you all. Keep up the great work, and that concludes my report for this evening. Board President Morgan, and I turn it over to you to make our way through the remainder of the agenda.
Okay, Student Advisory Council. I see we got two ready to roll.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Paige. We have a couple fun things going on at Truman right now. The Beetlejuice ticket sales start on January 28th at 12 p.m., which is super exciting. The senior trip was announced to go to in May to go to Pittsburgh for a couple of days. The National Honor Society is doing a used crayon drive to send to a company that melts them down and repurposes them to give to children's hospitals. Sign-ups for different committees for our Spirit Nights, such as Art Committee, Spirit Committee, and Dance Committee went out, which is super exciting. It's Mardi Gras theme this year. Winter Sports Senior Nights are starting, and our second round of 8th grade Shadows just came and visited Truman, which was a lot of fun, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Gracie. So, the second round of our common curriculum assessment is at the end of this month, as well as the end of the second marking period and the beginning of our second semester classes. Looking back on this month, 6 of our girls wrestlers placed at the Tony Laziello Memorial Tournament. The course selection starts at the end of this month, and that will also come with the course selection night on January 29th at 6:30 p.m. for current and future Truman students. Our senior superlative finalists were sent out in the last couple weeks. And on Friday, our boys basketball and winter cheer senior night happened, where they achieved a win against New Hope Soulberry. And that's all we have, so thank you.
Real quick,
Have a good
I have a quick question. Did Mr. Craig have anything to do with the trip to Pittsburgh?
Probably.
Yeah, I think he had a lot to do with
Probably.
that. It probably coincides with a Phillies-Pirates game, most
He
likely.
seems pretty excited
He's
about
really
it.
excited.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Well,
Thank you guys. Have a good
great,
day.
thank you. All right, David, you're up.
Yep, briefly, Mr. President and board members, there was an executive session tonight that started at 6:30. All board members present at the meeting tonight. We're at the executive session along with Mr. Nitti, Dr. Polzer, Ms. Kitcheman, and myself. Items related to personnel, litigation, security, collective bargaining, contracts, and informational items were discussed at the executive session, which concluded just before this meeting started. That's my report.
Thank you. Move on to committee reports, facilities and operations. Michael?
Thank you, President Morgan. November, we got November and December's tonight because we didn't have a December meeting. I'll briefly go through November's. We had 11 vehicles repaired or inspected for a cost of $5,669. We repaired 6 pieces of kitchen equipment for a cost of $2,745. And our November work orders were completed were $520. A couple of the high points or bullet points for November were we continued the review of our Armstrong HVAC project with our contractors and design professionals. The projects were awarded to the lowest bid. We had a domestic water main break down at Armstrong on a Friday morning. We were able to shut the building down, keep the building up and running until Friday afternoon until we were able to drain the building. And our plumbers went in Saturday and replaced it, a very old shut-off valve that failed on us. We started to make our preliminary preparations for our winter conditions, plows, and compotas. We also cleared all the roof drains, all the storm drains in the district, as well as inspected all of our heat trace pipe in our mechanical rooms and our unheated areas of the building. Started loading up on calcium chloride, make sure all the buildings were loaded and warehouses were ready to go. Our December work report, we had quite a bit of work that went on over the Christmas break. I'll just hit the bullet points. We had 18 vehicles repaired or inspected for $3,354. 5 pieces of kitchen equipment were repaired for $5,418, and our November work orders completed were 447. Over the December break, construction began at the Armstrong School with the removal of the coin tower and the structural slab out back of the building. Portions of the cafeteria ceiling were removed. Old condenser piping was removed from the ceiling, and new chilled water piping was installed, along with gas piping on the roof. The ceilings went back in before students and staff returned from break. Brookwood, we did a little bit of an architectural facelift at Brookwood over the holidays. If anybody has noticed, we installed all new display cases that are much user-friendly for the teachers and students. These display cases in the old, when they were designed, they had plexiglass screwed over the holes, and anytime it needed to be cleaned or changed, we had to take the plexiglass off the walls. What we did was we installed basically sliding doors like you see in a display case, like a jewelry case, where the glass slides with a lock on it so they can change them and clean them regularly. We put new Acrovin wall protection in a couple of the hallways at Brookwood, as well as some new bathroom protection on the walls. And we got the crew to get in there for 4 days and repainted the first floor. Ben Franklin, if you haven't noticed, the new gym curtains were installed. The new gym is complete. Everything in there has been replaced in the last 3 years. We had our contractors come in and replace some faulty windows that failed when the building was built 3 years ago. We got them done on warranty work. And those guys that are basketball fans will notice that Truman's new gym floor was re-varnished, and all the banners were rehung. With that, I'll end my report.
Thank you, Michael, and a shout out to your staff for one tricky storm this weekend. I know what it was about. I was out there myself, and looks like we might have a doozy coming this weekend, and I'm confident you and your staff will be on top of things, so thank you. Curriculum, special education, co-curricular policy, technology, public relations. Amy.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. We had our meeting on Thursday. Mr. Harkins, Mr. Witherspoon, and Ms. Moore were there in attendance, as well as Mr. Finley, Ms. Cargill, Dr. Polzer, Mr. Sarapo, Dr. Schultz, and myself. Mr. Finley gave an overview of the new program of study for the high school. He also shared, as did our student representatives, that the 8th graders have been going to Truman to do tours and to see the highlights of what they can take when they come to Truman as high school students. He reviewed some credit modifications since we changed the schedule and added Tiger Time. The course selection process and timeline were shared. The financial literacy course, which is an Act 35 that was mandated, will go into effect next year. 2 new courses were also added, cybersecurity and fundamentals of computer science. Mr. Finley also gave a dual enrollment update from Bucks County Community College. 171 courses have been taken by our students at no cost to the district this year due to a grant that they have been providing to us. Arizona State University, we have 16 students currently taking courses. A Tiger Time update was given where the scheduling assembly will be given for each grade level, 1 grade level per day for 4 days. Students will have 2 Tiger Time days to complete their requests, and counselors will be pushing into those Tiger Time sessions to go over scheduling and answer questions for those students. As our student representatives also shared, January 29th is the opportunity for 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students and parents to learn about upcoming scheduling at the high school. Ms. Cargill gave some science updates. We have some new STEAM classes that we're looking to update at the middle school to ensure that all of the environmental literacy and engineering and STEEL standards will be taught at the middle school level. Dr. Polzer gave a policy update that the Open Records office has a new address, and so therefore the policy had to be updated. Dr. Schultz has shared realignment of positions within the Special Education and Pupil Services Department with updated job descriptions. The January data presentation was given by myself, reviewed enrollment, the Future Ready Index with 3 key areas, went over state assessment measures, on-track measures, and college and career readiness measures. Was proud to present that none of our elementary schools have a designation for this year. They're all performing as expected and showing, growth to close the achievement gap. We are above the state average in all 3 on-track measures at all 3 of our elementary schools. All 3 elementary schools also hit 100% for their college and career readiness measures. The secondary schools, attendance is higher than the state average at both middle schools, and we're above the state average for the college and career measures as well. At Truman, their Keystone Biology continues to be well above the growth indicator for high school students, and they're continuing to look at how to improve in the algebra and literature areas. In Armstrong, they were well above in 6th and 8th grade in PSSA for ELA scores. And at Franklin, need to continue working on their growth in algebra and math, and their PSSA ELA scores were above average in 7th and 8th grade, or above growth. For Brookwood, their PSSA math was well above average, and their ELA as well. Keystone, PSSA math, 4th grade and well above in 5th grade for scores, and then in ELA, they were well above in 5th grade. At Mill Creek, their math was above in 5th grade and also above in 5th grade. So next steps, continue using our MTSS process, evaluating and reevaluating needs and resources based upon what we see in the data and what teachers are telling us that they need at the building level. To continue focusing on data-driven instruction and core instruction, and continued training for all teachers and administrators. Presentation was given by Mr. Sarapo for positive behavior interventions and support. And then the other item was new middle school courses called 21st Century Skills, Future Ready Skills, and the Applied Future Skills, which is a culmination of some family and consumer science standards, some social emotional learning standards, as well as some organizational skills that students need to be successful in middle school, but also in high school. And my hope is that by implementing these new classes, we will get to 100% for college and career readiness scores at the secondary level. Additionally, we just presented the application for the Health Sciences Club at Truman, and when reviewed elementary conference attendance, which was very good attendance at all 3 buildings for the elementary schools. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Hey, Amy, thank you. Ever since you and your team have taken over, it's been nothing but an upward shoot, and we appreciate all the hard work. You're very special what you do. Thank you so much. IU Council, IU Rep, that's me. I will forward the minutes off to the next meeting for ours. PSBA Liaison, Amanda.
Thank you. I don't have a formal update today, but I will forward this email to the board from PSBA. Just a few things coming up. The House and Senate return to session on Monday, January 26th. The following week, Governor Shapiro will present his annual budget address to both chambers on Tuesday, February 3rd. And then PSBA will be hosting a webinar on Friday, February 6th at noon, if you're interested. And then this is one of my favorite days that I keep having to cancel, but I'm really hoping to make it this year. Advocacy Day is coming up on May 4th in Harrisburg. You can, I guess registration is open. And I'll just forward this email in case it got lost. So you have it. Thank you.
Bristol Township Liaison, Gallus is not here this evening, but I'd like to give a special shout out to the Operations Department of the Bristol Township for supplying us with our salt needs. Everything's going pretty well, Michael, with that? Yeah, doing that's a really nice effort, and we don't have to store it on facility, which is nice for you.
Yeah, Charlie Deerling and Robbie, the foreman over there. They're always more than sharing with anything we need. We went in yesterday, they were up all weekend plowing, so they left at 5 in the morning, told us to come over with our machine, load our trucks yesterday. They're always accommodating.
And just once again, Bristol Township working together, council and school district. Wasn't always like this, but it's good to see it happening. Bucks County Technical High School, Donna.
Our meeting, the last one that we had, we discussed some addition to the gym and where they're getting the funds from. There's some leftover funds from the Warm, Safe, and Dry Act. There's $3 million. They're applying for $1 million grants to cover the rest. We welcomed some new board members. We held the elections of officers. The skills district competitions are next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. And there were 2 Bristol Township students who made Student of the Month, 9th grade Aiden Santiago and Skills for Life Academy Liam Logue Struble. And that's my report.
All right, well, Mr. Gallus forwarded this off to me. Apparently a Kayvon Clement got a full ride to Boston University and track and field. It's about $350,000 to $375,000 a year. I know this because my daughter went to Boston University. So go Terriers, congratulations to Mr. Clement. Finance, Insurance, and Transportation.
Good evening.
Amber.
The Finance Committee meeting was held on Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 in the Administration Building. Board members present were Gallus Obert and Jim Morgan and Donna Kelly via Google Meet. The meeting was also attended by several members of the administrative team. Department reports were provided by Transportation, Operations, Technology, and Food Service. Bill lists for November and December were provided for the board members to review. In addition, the following items were reviewed: the Armstrong HVAC update, the bond issuance for Armstrong renovations, health insurance plan design, the 26-27 school budget timeline, Microsoft server agreement with BCIU, disposal and sale of obsolete equipment, and Nvidium Solar. That concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Public participation of agenda items. Larry, got anything? No? All right, good, thank you. All right. The approval of minutes for our November meeting. This motion, somebody?
So moved.
Chris?
Second.
Constance, second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Chris Harkins. Approval of minutes for the December reorganization meeting.
So moved.
Chris?
Second.
Donna? Questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Treasurer's report.
As of December 31st, 2025, the cash balance in the cash concentration account was $11,011,386. I said that wrong. $11,386.08. The overall investment account balances totaled $48,261,465.67 as of the same date. That concludes my report.
Okay, approve the treasurer's report, subject audit.
So moved.
Second.
We got Amanda and Chris. Questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Administrative reports, November, December mercantile tax report, November, December operations report, November health services monthly report, December health services report, November, December meal participation report, December enrollment report, January enrollment report. November, December reports, approval administrative reports, subject to audit. Where was I here?
Unfinished business, number 11.
Unfinished business, do we have any of that? Hey, Mike, can you run out and grab me some paper towels? We had a little spillage. Thank you. Boosterthon fundraiser donation pursuant to Bristol Township Board Policy 702. Accept a donation, the amount of Brookwood Elementary School.
So moved.
Chris?
Second.
Constance, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. PSEA donation pursuant to Bristol Township Board Policy 702, accept a donation in the amount of $1,000 of PSAs will benefit the Truman High School Food Pantry.
So moved.
Second.
Crystal, Constance, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0.
This one's got a typo on it.
Which one?
The next one, it should say St. Peter and Paul, and it says PSEA in the body of the action.
Okay. St. Peter and Paul Orthodox Church donation, the amount of $200 will benefit the Truman High School Food Pantry.
So moved.
Second.
Is that Amanda? Chris, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Consent agenda. All right, this got a little wet, so we're going to do our best here. 12-5 through 12-11, 13-4, 13-5, 14-5 through 15-8, I believe, 16-2, and then all personnel.
So moved.
Chris?
Second.
Okay, Constance, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries 8-0. So we start back with payment of salaries. All right, yeah. Approve the amount of the district's payroll for the month of November of $5,077,172.36.
Second.
Constance, Chris, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Sorry for the distraction, everybody. Payment of salaries for December is $5,027,288.90.
So moved.
Chris? Amanda, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. All right, payment of bills, paid the district's bills for the month of December totaling $11,925,480.76. Paid the district's bills for the month of January totaling $17,404,290.72. Constance.
Second.
Drew, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Okay, then I go back to approve the STEAM courses for approval as presented for HS on Harvey S. Middle School. Yeah, it's middle school, okay. Constance and Crystal, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Approve the program of studies book for 26-27 school year as presented. Approve the MOU of Bucks County Community College.
So moved.
Chris and Constance, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Approve the Truman High School description and scheduling book.
So moved.
Chris? Constance, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Middle school new courses, approve the new courses presented for the middle schools.
Second.
Constance, Chris, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Okay, and I'm the only one here, right, 16-1. Approve the contract for Dima Siepel, confidential secretary for governance of human resources as presented. Constance? Donna, questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I think we got through it all, including the small flood. Public participation, non-agenda items. Larry, nothing still? I mean, oh, man, jeez. Before I get to the next meeting in February, I want to make another, I touched on it earlier about our African American Museum down there. Basically, one of the founders, Ms. Davis, passed away. Her family is scattered throughout the world. Her sister lives in Switzerland. I will give you a quote from Juanita Tigerson. We lost a part of history. We lost a part of Bristol Township history. Books are one thing. The actual witnessing of it and telling of those stories is another, and that voice won't be heard again. The memory will be, though. So please remember her. Make a visit down there. We'll touch on it more next month. And we have something very special in the works being planned, and we'll continue from there. Next meeting will be February 17th, 2026. Do I have a motion for adjournment? Constance,
Second.
anybody else want to leave? Amanda, questions on the motion? All right, you all, be warm, stay safe.